Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be redoing my dining room table. I'm gonna take you guys along, show you what I'm doing.
Right here I'm just showing y'all what I got to redo the table, just in case you guys wanted to take this project on for yourself.
So here's the before of the table. It's just really scratched up and everything, so I'm gonna refresh it, kind of try to give it a farmhouse feel. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this drop cloth that I got from Lowe's and I'm gonna put it underneath the table just to protect the floor and everything from any of the dusting that I do or the sanding dust that I do, from any of the stain or paint or anything. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my sandpaper and I'm gonna sand off the top layer of the table just to get off this finish already, so that I can refinish the top. So just an update, I've been working pretty much all day, took a few breaks. It's about 7:30 now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the progress I've made. Then I'm gonna try to knock out all the sanding tonight. So far this is as much as I've gotten done. Gotten this whole half and then like a third of that half. So just a little bit more to go. So you can tell it's dark outside, but just gonna try to knock this out tonight. Okay, so I'm completely done sanding down the table. I'm just gonna look it over, see anywhere that needs to be gone over a little bit, like right there. It looks like I didn't maybe get it all off, and maybe right there. But I don't think I mentioned what I was using to do the whole table to get all of the stuff off was an 80. So it's of course it says it's for removing. So I used that to remove, and then I'm gonna go over it all with 120 to smooth it all out and make sure it's all as smooth and even as you can get it. And then I'm gonna wipe it all off with this rag to get any dust off, and then with a wet rag to get even more off, as well as the legs and everything to get it ready for staining and painting. Okay, so I have it wiped down really good with the rag, just to get any leftover dust off. Any dust down here, I think I'm just gonna try to use my vacuum to get off, just cause like right here in these crevices were kind of hard, so I think I'm gonna use my vacuum and then maybe a microfiber cloth. I think that might help a little better. But right now I'm gonna work on getting all the dust up that happened from the sanding, and then I'm going to let this dry and put on its stain. Oh, and also, if you're wondering what happened to the plastic, it was kind of getting in the way because all the sanding was getting on top of it. It would have made it hard to clean up. So I just put it outside to let all the dust that was on it get off. And I'm just gonna put it back under before I stain and If you're wondering what this furry blob is, it's my cute puppy, Winnie. Winnie. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry, get all done, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I showered all the dust off of me. The table is completely dry now. So I'm just gonna go in with the stain and go ahead and do the layer of stain. This is the stain that I'm gonna be using. It's the Minwax Wood Finish in Classic Gray. So I'm just gonna follow the directions on here. You can use either a brush or a rag. I'm gonna use an old t-shirt as a rag. And I'm just gonna follow the directions on here and do a layer of stain on here. Okay, so I have all of the stain on. It says to let it dry for 4 hours, and after 2 hours you can put on another coat if you'd like. So I'm gonna wait the 2 hours and see what it looks like and see if I want to do another coat. So far it's looking pretty good, and then depending on if I stain it or not, I'll do that tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow I'm gonna work on painting the rest of it this super light gray color. So the table is all dry from the stain. I'm going to go in with this Minwax polyurethane in clear satin. I'm just gonna follow the directions on the back. Probably gonna do 2 to 3 coats, probably 3 just since it is a tabletop. I'm just gonna go in with that and let it dry. Okay, so here is with 2 layers of the polyurethane on it. I'm gonna do 1 more layer just since it is the tabletop. And before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and lightly sand the legs, just so after I get the poly on and it's on there drying, I can start the painting process without having to worry about any sanding dust getting on the tabletop.
So right here is after I finished the third coat of the polyurethane, which was the final coat. Right here I'm showing you the paint that I got. It is furniture paint, so it's going to help stick better, not chip as easily as regular paint would. And then I just mixed it all together, got it ready, and went ahead and did my first coat of painting. So right here I'm just showing you guys what the table looked like after one coat. I ended up doing 3 coats on it just to get it as opaque as possible.
Okay, so I finally finished the table. I ended up doing 3 coats on the table and all of the chairs. So this is the finished product. The tabletop, the legs and everything. And I love the way it turned out. I think it looks completely different. It's crazy to think that it's the same table that I started with. But yep, there is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you want to see more content, just subscribe down below. And I'll also be having the link in the description to all the products I use. Bye.